When you sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC, this Christmas is on us.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for tuning in. After years of allegations and reported complaints filed, the court battle in at least one jurisdiction against a high-profile resident of the Bahamas has ended with a guilty verdict. Carla Palmer leads us off tonight with the Prime Minister's reaction.
Guilty. That was the verdict handed down to longtime Lyford Key resident Peter Nygard in a Canadian court in Toronto yesterday. The 82-year-old Nygard was convicted on 4 counts of sexual assault. The jury reportedly came back with a guilty verdict after deliberating for 3 days in the trial that lasted 6 weeks. It marks the first of several criminal trials the fashion mogul is expected to face, as he's wanted in several countries for crimes of a similar nature. Nygard is reportedly also wanted by local police for questioning relating to complaints of sexual assault dating back to 2019. However, it is alleged that when local law enforcement officers visited Nygard's home, he had reportedly left the country and has reportedly refused to return. It is also alleged that Mr. Nygard, while in the Bahamas, was politically favored and his crimes reportedly overlooked. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis dispelled what he referred to as a wrong perception that Nygard was endorsed by the Progressive Liberal Party.
I don't understand what you mean by his close relationship with the former PLP government. There's this perception that he was close to both parties. In fact, his presence in the Bahamas was supported by the FNM. And you could speak to the FNMs about that. He became to the Bahamas, and he had friends on all sides of the divide, as far as I'm aware. So to continue to paint the picture that he is friendly with the PLP government and not friendly with the FNM government is bollocks.
As for the guilty verdict, Prime Minister Davis said this.
I believe in the rule of law. He went through a trial and he was convicted. Right? And any exploitation of young girls or women is dastardly to me and abhorrent. I have daughters. I have a wife, I have a mother, and I understand these issues. And so, for me, let justice prevail and let justice be done.
Nygard has been remanded to prison awaiting sentencing. He faces up to 10 years in jail. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
After admitting that he knew that his daughter was given a contract as the current Water and Sewerage Corporation Executive Chairman, Sylvanas Petty is now being called on to step down from his post. The shocking revelation came as Petty was on the witness stand giving evidence during the corruption trial of former Water and Sewerage Chairman Adrien Gibson. Today, reporters put the question to the Prime Minister, who revealed the matter is currently under review.
I don't listen to this. When they're the last person to pass any moral judgment on conduct and propriety, they're the last to do that. Right? And so I'm not. So they don't have any moral authority to speak to those matters relating to propriety. Right? I know what I have to do, and we are looking at the matter. We will not be dictated by the FNM. We're going to look at the circumstances, see what it's all about, and the right thing will be done.
It was an historic day for West Grand Bahama as government officially opened a new complex that now bears the name of its former member of parliament. Ramiko Knowles of our Northern Service has a story.
Well, today marks a historic and momentous occasion for the residents of West Grand Bahama, who now have access to a number of essential services here at the administrative complex in 8 Mile Rock, named in honor of the late Honorable Obi Roshcom. The Obadiah H. Roshcom Complex is now home to a number of vital services, which include the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Magistrates Court, Labor and Public Service, Social Services, Post Office, Immigration, Road Traffic, Administrative Office, West Grand Bahama District Council, Parliamentary Registration, Agriculture and Marine Resources, including BAIC, the Registrar General's Office, and a local library. Giving the opening remarks, the Minister of Labor and Public Service, the Honorable Pia Glover Rule, joining the procession of individuals who say that it is only fitting to name the complex in honor of the late Honorable Obi Roshcom.
The groundbreaking for this complex was first held by the Christie administration in 2016. Of course, after 2017, the work stagnated for a number of years, But when the Davis administration entered office in September of 2021, we knew that it was time to get the major projects in Grand Bahama, especially West Grand Bahama, moving again.
The Obadiah H. Wilscombe Complex will serve as a one-stop shop where government services can be carried out efficiently to residents of West Grand Bahama. The Honorable Ginger Moxie, Minister for Grand Bahama, describing it as a defining moment.
It is an especially grand day for Grand Bahama Island as we witness once again this Davis Group administration delivering on our commitments made to the Bahamian people, and more specifically to the residents of West Grand Bahama. As we cut the ribbon and push open the doors to this new administration complex, we acknowledge that this is a true demonstration of the power of one love.
The nation's leader, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, giving the keynote address. He praised the late Honorable Obi Wilscombe as one of the best tourism ministers the country has seen. He says his life's work will leave a lasting impact on the nation, and his name adorned on the complex will serve as a reminder of his contributions.
Through his persistence, in total, we're delivering over $1.5 billion in new projects for the Grand Bahamian people. This is an important step in the right direction, but we know that we must continue to do even more if we wish to recapture the magic of Grand Bahama in the ways that Obi spoke of when he envisioned a brighter future for the people of this island.
At the closing of the ceremony, the curtains was pulled back and the official name unveiled. Members of the family thanked the government and community members.
This administrative complex, here in aptly named after him, is a personification of who my father was and serves as a legacy testament to the West Grand Bahama community and surrounding areas.
At the closing of the ceremony, officials took a tour of the administrative complex, which will now be called the Obadiah H. Wilscombe Complex. For the Bahamas Tonight, in the Northern Edition, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
Moments after that ceremony, Prime Minister Davis led a delegation on a tour of the community park in Pine Forest and 8 Mile Rock. Last weekend, opposition leader Michael Pintard and former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram visited the area to clear the public park without approval and permit, with the intent to also construct a road for beach access, while Prime Minister Davis declaring the government's commitment to refurbish the park, adding that the opposition neglected the area in their term of office.
It's so amazing that the FLM decided they'll jump to action 12 days before the election when they were in power, but just 4.5 years and did nothing when they had an MP, and all of a sudden they want to do this now. Well, we are intent to have the park finished. I've listened to the residents. I listened to Coach Evans. I listened to some of the young men who he's training, and they need the park. And it was suggested that the park should be relocated, but after listening to what the residents said, I think we could do the park right here, and we're going to respond to their request. I think the holdup has been that there was a question as to whether it should be here because wetlands borders it, and the question is whether or not it was environmentally friendly. But from all accounts, it would be. We just have to avoid the wetland and do what is necessary to improve the park here. It's an expansion of the park, as you can see, and we intend to do it.
Well, former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Hubert Ingram, denying claims that he told opposition leader Michael Pintard not to run an F&M candidate in the upcoming West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election. Ingram dispelled those rumors and clarified the issue with reporters this morning.
There was a big headline in the Tribune that said, I told the F&M not to run. It never quoted me. It never quoted who told them that story. The facts are very simple. The leader of the F&M, Mr. Michael Pintard, came to see me to ask me my views about the impending by-election. I gave him my views. I also gave him my history. So I told him that he needed to make a decision as to what he ought to do, that the F&M had a great history of running in by-elections and losing. That the only by-election they had won was the one I told you about in 1990 with myself. The decision was his to make as to whether or not he did one.
The former Prime Minister also discussed his involvement within the party's by-election campaign.
Of course I support the decision. The party decided, he decided, and the party decided they would run the by-election, and of course I support it. and I support the candidate, and I will at least give one speech in Grand Bahama for him before the election.
Meanwhile, PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell is floating around his own theory on why former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Hubert Ingraham, appears to be entering a political back and forth. According to Mitchell, Mr. Ingram's loyalty to the Free National Movement has been called into question lately since he has been seen backing overwhelmingly PLP positions. The PLP chairman is also defending the Davis administration's record on the public service and Minister Glover Roll's previous pronouncements on its accomplishments.
I take specific issue not only with the record in the public service, but the seat itself. So here's what you have. Weston and Bimini had 3 buildings, which the PLP started before it left office in 2017. The administration complex in Bimini, the administration complex which is being open today in Grand Bahama, and the Holmes Rock school. We lost office. 4.5 years later, the F&M hadn't finished them. So we had to come in and finish them. So he can't open his mouth about neglect. And then he also has to explain to the public how he gave away BTC. Gave it away. Sold it at a fire sale. Left $50 million or more in cash, which he gave to the new owners. They flipped it for hundreds of millions, if not $1 billion. And we have the worst telephone service that we have ever had in the country. So he can account for those things.
And still to come, more on the country's updated legal platform. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Welcome to a world where hope is still loud, where dreams are still relevant, and determination has no substitute. Welcome to a nation where the people are still warm, resilient, and innovative. And Commonwealth Bank is at the center of it all, giving innovation and progress an extra push for more than 60 years. We're here for Bahamians because we are Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
This Christmas is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us. Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles and get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag. Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more. Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas with over $100,000 in prizes. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
The new KFC nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
Did you know the National Insurance Act provides for an insured pregnant woman to access her maternity benefit before or after delivering her baby? Expecting mothers are entitled to 13 weeks of maternity leave, which can be applied for by completing the Med-2 claim for maternity benefit form. Section A is completed by a registered physician or certified midwife. The medical practitioner certifies the expected or actual confinement period, signs the form, and affixes their official stamp. Forms completed by medical practitioners outside of the Bahamas must be accompanied by the physician's business card. In sections B and C, the claimant provides personal and employment details, declares their last day at work, signs and dates the form. The Med-2 form is always accompanied by Form Med-4 or Employer Certificate, which is completed by the employer. Both the Med 2 and accompanying Med 4 forms must be submitted within 3 months from the first day of confinement. Forms submitted outside of this period are considered late and will be subject to review by the Late Claims Committee. Before submitting forms, check that all fields are accurately completed. Incomplete forms or forms with incorrect information will delay the processing of your benefit application. For more information, visit the NIB website at nib-bahamas.com.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
The corruption trial of former Water and Sewerage Corporation Executive Chairman Adrien Gibson continued in the Supreme Court today. Lloyd Allen was in court and joins us live in studio with the details. Good evening, Lloyd.
Well, of course, good evening, LaDawn, and good evening, Bahamas. Testimony continuing in the Adrien Gibson corruption trial Monday, with a number of witnesses testifying, including Water and Sewage Auditor Vernick Johnson, whose testimony on sample vendor payments ended around midday. Now, another witness, Assistant Water and Sewage Engineer Chelsea Fernander, went on the stand for the first time. Initially questioned by Director of Public Prosecutions Cordell Frazier, Fernander noted that prior to any contract, the initial procurement process includes a PL-99 form, which serves as a kind of request form, a job jacket, the tendering process, an engineer's evaluation, and a board paper communicating details on any such project to the corporation's board of directors. Now, during the cross-examination, Fernander also testifying that as a site engineer, she routinely inspected both locations during the course of works, where on one instance she met the then chairman and general manager in the names of Adrien Gibson and Elwood Donaldson on site. Now, the witness explained that while it was unusual, she accepts they were there for the same reasons she was, which was to ensure that the various components of the scope of works was completed. Additionally, Fernander confirmed a video conference call between herself, her supervisor, Deidre Taylor, and the chairman, who at the time expressed concern on the project's progress as there were reported issues with a component of the scope of works specific to painting. Now, Fernander also sharing that during the tender process, a document known as a FIDIC manual requires that all bids must fall within a 20% range of the engineer's estimate. Now, the witness detailed there were two separate quotes for the scope of works on the Blue Hills and Windsor Fields facility, which she acquired. The first, a quote offered by Gunite Pools in the amount of $570,278.24, was far higher and outside of the FIDIC requirement compared to the RL Pools quote, which offered a bid of $83,730, exclusive of a machine needed to complete painting. The witness is expected back on the stand on Wednesday. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Back.
Thanks a lot, Lloyd. Well, residents for the first time now have immediate access to all bills tabled in the House of Assembly for review and comment prior to parliamentary debate. The Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs announcing the Law Reform and Revision Commission has relaunched its upgraded Bahamas Laws Online platform found at laws.bahamas.gov.bs. All legislation enacted or enforced as of December 31st, 2016 is now on the platform, and any legislation enacted after that date can be found under acts or subsidiary legislation. The updated user-friendly website will also be a key component of a digital parliament, providing table bills to members of parliament in an online format. Efforts are underway to make the work permit application process more efficient as the Department of Immigration's push continues towards more efficient service to the public. This according to Immigration Minister, the Honorable Alfred Sears, who acknowledged complaints from some quarters that it takes too long for work permits to be processed and issued.
And that is the commitment that we have made. We have been meeting on a weekly basis over the past almost 4 weeks. And we have constituted the Immigration Board, which I chair. And we're meeting this afternoon. We're meeting every week. And when we meet, we're completing the agenda. So when an agenda is prepared, the commitment is to complete that agenda for that week. And so far, we are on target.
There's also a plan to clear the backlog of applications for permanent residency and citizenship, which all have to be approved by the Cabinet.
Time is being made to ensure that those applications are processed and we can get a quicker response. The challenge we have in immigration is that we have such a vast backlog. And speaking very frankly, the challenge is that when the Department of Immigration went online, which was about 2015, 2016, it was prospective. So we have hundreds of thousands of applications which are in storage. And the commitment is to digitize those historical records which are not, which are still live, so that they can be online and people are not told that they cannot find their file online.
Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this evening, a look back at the New Providence Basketball Association season opener. Giants getting their season off to a great start. Details ahead in sports.
That time of year again, and Bahamas Welding and Fire has everything you need to transform your home this holiday season. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Trim the tree, hang the family stockings, and gift some Christmas cheer to those you love. From assorted ribbons, garlands, Christmas trees, wreaths, LED lights, holiday props, stockings, and skirts, BWF has the largest selection of all things holly and jolly. And for Santa's little helpers, from kids' bikes to motorized toys, we'll make all their dreams come true. Our helpful staff is waiting to see you. Shop today at BWF. We have all the top brand name tools and kitchen appliances too. Visit our store on number 13 Wilton Street and see for yourself. BWF, we're more than just our name.
You can find it all at Builders Mall. From cement, lumber, block, plumbing, and electrical, to paint, lights, vanities, and tiles. Not to mention all the tools you could possibly need to get the job done. Say if you're starting a major project, adding the finishing touches, or just doing some repair or rental work around the house. FYP, the Paint Center, and Tile King can help. Stop by or call 601-8453. Located 69 Wolf Road, Nassau. You can find it all at Builders Mall. Building, painting, and tiling, the Bahamas.
Oh, God. I know you ain't spending no more money on this boat. Ain't this what you drowned in last year?
I understand. How I drowned last year if I here running on foolishness with you?
Where you going now?
Montague.
For what?
For best of the best. Why you keep putting question to me? Over 90 boats and over 200 sailors coming from all around the Bahamas to compete for the largest sailing port ever. You better pray take you the best of the best.
You ain't got to worry about that because you's the best of the worst.
Anyway, while this woman running on, I will see you all to the 2023 Best of the Best Regatta. Woman, you will see me talking?
I'll come before them.
Remembrance Day services held nationwide yesterday to honor those veterans who dedicated their lives to serving our country during World Wars I and II. Raven Davis attended the service at Mary Star of the Sea Catholic Church in Freeport.
In a poignant ceremony, the 61st annual Remembrance Day service unfolding with a traditional procession from Christ the King to Mary Star of the Sea Catholic Church. The march, a symbol of unity, bringing together schools from across the island alongside members of the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Force. Following the procession, the service continuing with a dignified display of flags and an opening prayer led by Father Oswald Ferguson.
And grant to our time tranquility and peace, that we may exalt with...
Then came the traditional songs of praise from the congregation. And a poem titled In Flanders Field.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our places. And in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly.
Father David Cooper delivering a stirring homily, reminding attendees of the profound sacrifice made by veterans who laid down their lives in wars for the love of their nation. He emphasizes the need to rise above the scars left behind by wars, with God steering the way.
We know war is tragic. The reality is, we need a change of heart. Prophet Micah in the first reading wants us to realize that in the midst of confusion and seemingly losing our ground and losing things we treasure, he says, we are summoned to rise up above the situations as we move forward.
Ministers of the gospel offering heartfelt petitioning prayers for the nation, the youth, veterans, and their families, echoing the solemnness of the occasion.
Lord, today we thank you for this Remembrance Day service, remembering those who have died in the peace of Christ as they served unselfishly. We remember the dead whose fate only you know.
We refuse to believe the lies of the enemy, that our children, that the youth of this nation are a lost generation.
The service concluding with the laying of wreaths by government ministers, judiciary representatives, the armed forces, service organizations, and war veterans. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thanks a lot, Raven. Well, 150 breast cancer survivors are now being supported in more ways than one, thanks to a donation of bras from the Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies Limited. What was the last donation of a total of 300 bras is now a message of solidarity to the Sister Breast Cancer Support Group.
So we get to see really the entire process. Oftentimes people come in, they don't just purchase, they talk to us, they let us know their story. And so it's important for us to give back to those people, and especially those who need extra support.
The support group's treasurer says this donation will help survivors adjust to life after breast cancer.
This is an excellent donation. You know, oftentimes when women are faced with breast cancer, the first thing they have to do is decide if they're going to have a mastectomy or they're going to have a lumpectomy. Most women decide to have a mastectomy, and as you know, as women, we're defined by our breasts. So these bras will come in very handy because, again, it will help them get adjusted to not having, you know, the physical breast, but they'll be able to still wear the bra, put in the prosthesis, and make the adjustment over time after surgery, chemotherapy, and life after cancer. So this is a very good donation for Sister Breast Cancer Support Group.
And it's time now for the poll question of the week. And this week we're asking, should family members of sitting politicians be allowed to bid on government contracts? You can chime in on our social media handles. The PLP convention is done and a kumbaya moment is needed is the topic for the As I See It column this week. Columnist Tanya Smith-Cartwright takes a look at the outcome of the Progressive Liberal Party's convention and advises senior members of that party to mend broken relationships or there might be consequences. As I See It is published on our website, znsbahamas.com, and our social media platforms every Monday. Through this column, Smith-Cartwright explores a multitude of trending, controversial, hot topics and brings them to us as she sees them.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
This is an exciting time for our country. This is an exciting day for our country. I said yesterday in the House of Assembly, we have broken 2019's record, and 2019 was a record-setting year. Yesterday was a record, and it's important to understand that every day forward now is a new record. Even though I am the policy voice of the government on this matter and happen to be the Minister of Tourism, this is a collective work, and I want to say a special thank you to the stakeholders. Firstly, Team Tourism all around the world. They do an exceptional job, past and present, have built a magnificent brand called the Islands of the Bahamas. Secondly, our airline partners have assisted wherever we are asked with additional airlift. Our hotel partners continue to have a great relationship with our work. And all of our stakeholders, promotion boards, continue to work in harmony with us. We understand our obligation as the leaders of the driving industry, the engine for the economy, and we don't take it lightly. We have been intentional, and therefore Grand Bahama is now leading the way with the highest percentage increase in airlift to the island, air arrivals and airlift to the island of Grand Bahama. We have gone all around the world and told the world about the 16 destinations, and as a result, we see Bimini growing at exceeding 130%. We see Exuma and Cat Island holding its own around 11%. And we see all of the other islands between 20 and 50% growth. This is phenomenal.
Janae's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get your Christmas trees in pink, frosted, green, or white in a variety of sizes. Musical Christmas LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels and Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls in all sizes, garlands, wreaths, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Check our selections online at www.janae's.com.
With 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go to any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email bahamassales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
Mario thought he could have his cake and eat it too. He almost found out the hard way that if you don't insure your home for the full replacement value, when it comes time to make a claim, you won't get the full payout. It's called the condition of average. If your $200,000 home is destroyed by a hurricane, but you only insured it for $100,000, half the value, you'll only get half of that $100,000 payout. Actually, less than that, because there's also a deductible, which will be deducted from your payout. Check your home insurance policy for the condition of average clause and ask your insurance agent or broker how condition of average would affect you. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas, protecting the interests of policyholders.
Government officials went to the House of Assembly this morning to pay their respects to former cabinet minister and parliamentarian, the late Right Honorable Dr. Perry Gomez, who was lying in state in its foyer. Many of them signed the book of condolences and offered words of encouragement to family members. Gomez is being described as a friend and colleague, a pioneer and national treasure whose interest for the Bahamas and people was beyond measure. Deputy to the Governor General, Her Excellency Ruby Ann Darling, was the first to to view the body, followed by Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis.
We have lost a giant of a man whose ultimate sacrifice for humanity was demonstrated in his giving up of a lucrative financial practice to go into a space where he lost most of his patients because the stigma of HIV and AIDS during that time. He abandoned a life of luxury to become a servant of our nation and the world to assist in this fight against the scourge. And as you see, the fight is being won. And that victory over that AIDS is due in part by the efforts and work of our Bahamian son, Dr. Perry Gomez.
We have lost a gentle giant who has left a powerful legacy to show future generations of Bahamians and Caribbean people that in the kingdom of the mind, there is no boundary.
Here's my friend. He was a good friend. You know, medicine was both his profession and his vocation. And he dedicated his life to that. He didn't make as much money as many other doctors because he wanted to provide service as opposed to pursue monetary gain. And when AIDS came along, we were blessed in the Bahamas to have Perry Gomez as the person with expertise to deal with it. And he introduced for us things about AIDS that made us a leader in the Caribbean and recognized worldwide.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Samantha's always on point. She doesn't miss a thing. When she signs up for any insurance policy, she reads all the fine print. She knows what's covered, what's not covered, and she's aware of her deductibles. When it comes to insurance, it pays to know your policy. Review every insurance policy so you know what you're covered for. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas.
Whether you shop in the morning or in the night, the specials are always right at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Healthy Choice Soups, assorted 15-ounce, $2.29. Robin Hood flour, 5.5 pounds, $4.99. Distinction Evaporated Milk, 14-ounce, $1.19. Russet Potatoes, 5-pound bag, $4.99. Whole chickens, $1.99 per pound. Shop the specials this holiday season at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Are you ready to bring fitness home? The Sports Center is.
So won't you look behind the scenes and get the groove? If you're myself, keep on running around.
The Sports Center. Bring it home.
At RBC, we know the roles you have to play can change quickly. Whether it's a homeowner, a new parent, today's head chef, or the family chauffeur. Whatever life asks you to be. RBC is a bank for all of you. Win Christmas cash with a no-fee loan from RBC.
Water woes could soon be a thing of the past for Family Island residents as the Water and Sewerage Corporation is set to carry out a number of water improvement projects. Water and Sewerage Corporation General Manager Robert Deal insists residents can now benefit from a consistent and reliable potable water supply.
In the Abacos, we are nearing the completion of approximately $5.8 million of post-Dorian works. These are the final parts of our works that followed the Hurricane Dorian from 2019, and with the exception of a few small components, those works are basically complete. And of course, they would have assisted the residents of Abaco and the Keys with tremendous improvement in the reliability of their water supply, the consistency of their water supply following all of the damage and destruction during Hurricane Dorian. In Eleuthera, we have about $6.9 million of works ongoing, basically surrounding major storage improvements at the Naval Base site in central Eleuthera, where we are building, adding an additional 1.5 million gallons of water storage. Similarly, at the Borgo in North Eleuthera, we are also adding a further 1.5 million gallons of additional storage capacity.
And it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, LaDawn. We have partly cloudy skies this evening. Temperature-wise, we're at 79 degrees, relative humidity 84%, east-northeast winds at 9 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,016.7 millibars, that is 30.03 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 78 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Grand Toul, Key and Abaco, Marsh, Abaco at 77 degrees. The Berry Islands, 80, 82 in Alistown, Bimini. Harbor Island, 79. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 78 degrees. Fresh Creek at Central Andros at 80 degrees. 80s also in Kemp Space at Andros and Black Point, Exuma, Alistown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key at 79 degrees. 82 in Georgetown, Exuma. 81 degrees in Ryegate Island, Cloudstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Megwana, 78. Ackland, 78. Matthewtown, Nygard, 80 degrees. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 82 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. For all areas tonight through tomorrow, well, those winds, they're going to be easterly at 15 to 20 knots, wave height 4 to 6 feet, so caution flags are in place for your boaters through tomorrow. High tide occurs at 7:34 this evening. You can expect another high tide at 8 tomorrow morning. Now, the middle of the week, Wednesday, we expect a significant increase in the winds. They will be northeast to east at 20 to 30 knots, gusting to gale force at times. Wave heights very rough at 7 to 10 feet over the ocean. So we're simply asking boaters on Wednesday to remain in port. High tide, 8:42 in the morning, with the low tide taking place at 3:14 in the afternoon. Now, for the central and southeastern islands on Wednesday, easterly winds at 15 to 20 knots, wave heights 4 to 7 feet, with caution flags in place for the central and southeastern Bahamas. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. Your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
This Christmas is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us.
Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles and get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag. Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more. Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas with over $100,000 in prizes. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
At Costrite, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Costrite members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Costrite, where membership truly has its privileges.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Atlantic Medical and Life. Good like that.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check on a Monday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Sports has a way of bringing joy and unity like no other activity, especially at the school level. The Government Schools Junior Volleyball Championship wrapping up between Anatole Rogers and L.W. Young. At the end of the day, only one could be crowned champ and earn the opportunity to celebrate. Charles Fisher tells us the story.
Fly, Eagles, fly. The only school with 2 teams in the Government School Volleyball Junior Championships, L.W. Young with reason to celebrate on the school's campus Monday. The teachers outfitted in their sports jersey looking good. The boys winning the decisive Game 3 over Anatole Rogers, the first ever for the school and the first title for the Eagles in any sport in quite some time. Coach Rashad Bryce.
My boys said to the principal, if we win, we need a special assembly one onions call one by one because we work hard. All through the midterm break we was here. Every break we was here. Monday to Saturday, no breaks except for Sunday.
And the boys did hear their name called one by one for the enthusiastic cheering student body, Kevin and Kendricks.
Last year we lost, so yeah, we have to bring them back. Because after years, we barely win anything, so it's the first time.
I feel good that we are winning, that we're doing good, that we didn't win in years, now we did. So it really feels good.
Not to be outdone, the girls coming up a little bit short, falling to the Lions of H.O. Nash.
I am so very proud of them. It was a lot of hard work and determination. And I think they gave it their all. We gave it our best. And we fall a little short, but I am so very proud of them because we haven't really won anything in the last few years. And I've been here for the last 6 years, and I really am excited about both teams in the championship this year. Very, very excited.
School's principal Deborah Thompson with a whole day of activities and much more to come.
We have lunch for them, free popcorn, ice cream, slush. We're going to treat our two teams very well. Also, next week, Monday, Minister Monroe and Minister Mitchell are going to throw a luncheon for them at the Fox Hill Community Center. So they have a lot of celebrating to do and a lot of gifts to come. Making sure that they know that they are celebrated and we appreciate their hard work and appreciate their victory is what it's all about today, because too often the media and the community is inundated with negativity, with all the negative things, the fighting and so on. And we just want them to know that at LW Young, 1, we are a no bullying school, and 2, we celebrate our victories. So we do have champions here and we celebrate them.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Congrats and keep up the good job. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks, Fisher. Well, the New Providence Basketball Association kicked off their season on Saturday night at the Canada Lodge Gym. The game, a rematch of the championship series between the Commonwealth Bank Giants and the Discount Distributors Rockets. That game actually televised here on the ZNS Network. Giants are defending champs. They would show their championship form, building a 20-point lead in the first half. Rockets, trying their best to battle back, would actually cut the lead to as little as 10 points. But the Giants, with all the answers, they cruised to the 104-89 win. Jackson Jacob led the Giants. He scored 26 points. Dylan Musgrove added 24, and Jordan Wilson 17. Meanwhile, for the Rockets, Livingston Munnings had 22, Kimsey Sylvester had 16, and Christor Storr finished up with 14 points. Jackson saying being able to blend the young players with the veterans key to their success.
Yeah, it's a really nice mix because we have a lot of young legs and we have a lot of older guys on our team. But the younger guys, we just let them play free and loose because they have a lot of younger legs. They get us going. They get up and down the court, get us a few points. And then whenever we go in like a slump, that's when the veterans comes in. And, we come down, we call a play, and we execute it very well. And all our execution went pretty well tonight.
Meanwhile, the Kotek Junior Junkanoo Tennis Bowl continued yesterday at the National Tennis Center. Preliminary rounds was going on yesterday. Main draw play getting started today. Over 38 players from 8 different countries in town for the week-long tournament. By the way, this is the first time the tournament is being held since COVID. And gold for Team Bahamas at the Carifta Under-14 Co-Ed Water Polo Championships in Florida on Sunday, holding off Bonaire 10-8. Team 242 getting 4 goals from Shantero Knowles and 3 from Jamar Benam. Knowles also getting the top scorer of the tournament award, while Isaiah Colon was named Best Goalkeeper. And that's it. Your check on sports for you here on this Monday. Don't go away. We do have that Monday weather outlook. That is just around the corner. Stay with us.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure to book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have 17 days remaining in the tropical cyclone season, and we're not completely done yet. We anticipate 2 areas of low pressure to develop over the next few days, which will impact our weather, and the first of which will begin in the Gulf of Mexico, moving towards the northeast, and by tomorrow evening, we expect an area of low pressure to form over the northwest Bahamas. The upper level conditions are not favorable for any further development, but nevertheless, it will generate some very heavy rain showers and thunderstorms beginning tomorrow night, heading into Wednesday, when we expect some flooding conditions can spawn out of this system. Winds up to gale force anticipated as this system continues to trek towards the north and east. And then a second area of low pressure is expected to form in the Caribbean Sea. This too will move towards the north and then eventually northeast across the southeast Bahamas on Saturday. That too will bring some heavy showers and thunderstorms, which could lead to localized ponding. Again, heavy winds anticipated in excess of gale force over the southeast Bahamas on Saturday, and that system will eventually pull away as we head into Sunday. Tonight, we are looking at Some clouds developing over the northwest Bahamas as a result of the development of that low-pressure system, which we anticipate will happen tomorrow. But weather-wise, we're looking at partly cloudy conditions, and that will increase as we head into tomorrow. Low temperature, 74 degrees, and tomorrow, cloudy and windy. High temperature, 82 degrees, and your extended weather forecast looking like this. Cloudy conditions tomorrow, but as we head into Wednesday, we will start to experience some very heavy showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday, and some of those will certainly lead to flooding in those low-lying areas. Temperature-wise, look at 79 degrees, and that will be primarily because of the clouds and the heavy showers that we anticipate by Thursday. The showers start to let up. The cloudiness will continue, but the skies will open up as we head into the weekend. LaDawn?
Thanks a lot, Basil. And finally, in this portion of the news, today marks a major milestone in the life of a longtime educator and community builder who celebrates her 100th birthday. Corvell Pyfrom shows us many who showed up in Fox Hill to celebrate Miriam Roca becoming the country's newest centenarian.
At 100 years young.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God bless you.
It seems safe to say Miriam Elizabeth Roca has lived a full life. And so on her 100th, she's really not wishing for much. But this is one centenarian who is filled with so much gratitude.
Sisters, brothers, children and friends. Oh, pleasure, keep your hand in the hand of the Lord. And He will. He's not sending anybody. He's going to do it Himself. Oh, what a mighty God. He loves us.
Miss Roca, who never married nor had kids of her own, was a career educator. Incidentally, many of her years teaching were spent right at nearby Sandlands Primary School and then later L.W. Young Junior High School. A mentor and role model, and in many cases a foster mom to countless children throughout the years, Anna Woodside was one of the girls Miss Roca took under her wings.
I would say the best lesson I've learned from her is to trust God. Put God first.
And so on Miss Roca's special day, many came out to wish her well, reminisce, eat, sing, and have a good time with this iconic Fox Hillian hailed as a community leader.
Yeah, she has the reputation of inviting people into her home, taking people onto her own, supporting, training, giving advice, all good things. And for that, she's iconic, angelic, and it's just great to be able to celebrate someone who's lived a long and successful life, and I'm happy to support it.
There was also this honor and token of appreciation bestowed on Miss Roca from a beloved church community.
We have just come to wish you a very happy 100th birthday. We thank you for all that you have done for our Bahamas Baptist Union over the many, many years that you've served as president of the Women's Department of the Bahamas Baptist Union.
This centenarian is deserving of all the accolades being paid to her and her remarkable life.
We love you, we do. We love you, we do.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
God bless you.
Thanks a lot, Corvell. Well, that does it for the Bahamas Tonight, the national report. For all of us here at ZNS, I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.